Welcome to another edition of the Let's Talk Show. I'm your host, Andrew James, and today I'm pleased to have with us in studio via Zoom, Mr. Idi Clarke, also known as George Clarke in the community of Linden.
Hey James, how you doing? Good morning, sir. Happy to be on your show today. This is my first time doing this, but I'm happy that we can come together and share some thoughts on how we can empower these youths of Linden to make them self-reliant and do something for themselves. I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to be a part of this.
Thank you, Mr. Clarke. Thank you for joining us. It being a Mackenzie High School show, I know you're not a student, a past student of Mackenzie High School, but you have Mackenzie High School at heart and as well the town of Linden. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience growing up in the community of Linden, if you don't mind sharing with us, please?
Yes, sir. I went to the 1 Mile Primary School. I grew up in 1 Mile. I went to the 1 Mile Primary School and Linden Foundation Secondary. Well, I lived in a Scribble Coast for a while between those times, but I left Linden's Foundation Secondary Form 4, did some, work around the community, trying to learn a trade here and there, drive minibus, playing Canonballs for a little bit. But, I've been around the community. I saw the community. I know the community. Like I said, it's my heart. Migrate from there in 2004 and been going back ever since. Recently, I've been going and spending months at a time because it's my passion. Linden is my passion. I love the people of Linden, and that's where my heart is.
Thank you, Mr. Clarke. Recently, we featured the mayor of Linden, Her Worship, Madam Arundel, and I guess part of this is in response to one of your posts. Part of the reason we have you on, obviously, is because of one of your posts in one of our other platforms, The Voices of Linden, in which you shared your idea of giving away 4 prizes to young students in the community of Linden of a total value of $100,000. Can you give us a little bit background on how this idea was birthed, please, if you don't mind me asking?
I had the idea a while in terms of wanting to empower the youths. I believe if we invest in the youths in our community, that they're the future and they can determine where we go as a community. And as a person with a business mentality, I wanted to see how I can get get an idea of how they're thinking, how the youths are thinking business-wise. Linden don't have a lot of jobs. Most time the kids get out of school, they either a nurse or a teacher, or they have to go drive a $100 car or hustle some, get a wash bay, something of the sort. So I know a lot of youths in Linden wants to do a business, or they have some idea of business thinking, but I just want to get an idea of how they're thinking and see how I can help them. So I thought that was the best thing to do, get them to send me a plan, see what from the plan I can, get an idea how they're thinking, work with them, and encourage others to support them and other youths to be independent and be motivated, not just for themselves, but for the community. I really think that as the Lindeners, if we invest in our youths and our youths, think that way, think independent and stuff like that, I think we can go far as a community. We can do so much if we as a people, and then people are passionate people. When I know when the people strike, everything they do with a passion. If we can channel that passion into bettering our communities, we can really go a far place.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that with us. As someone who has benefited tremendously from Linden, you spoke about your time in Canonballs, your time as a minibus operator, I guess a businessman in the community of Linden. Can you share a little bit, it being that you're no longer living in Linden, you're a part of the diaspora, and then you're doing very well for yourself. If you don't mind me asking you and putting you on the spot, can you give us, through your lens, what is your vision for the community of Linden?
Oh yeah, my vision is one of the biggest thing I want to see, is I want to see Linden people take Linden in terms of a lot of people in Linden, you would see a lot of people in Linden go outside of Linden to do business, go outside of Linden to get a lot of stuff. I would like to see Linden people support Linden people. We provide our food, you know, farming. The people that sells in the market shouldn't have to go to Georgetown or wherever to bring stuff all the way back. I would love to see we come together as a community. I know we love each other. Linden is a prideful community. And I would love to see we channel that pride and that effort into building our own community. You know, not waiting on some government official or somebody to come in and do stuff. If we can do it on ourselves, if they want to do that, that's fine. But we can, I think we can come together and we can build our community. We can show these youths, you know, one of the next thing that drives me to this, I made a post last year, I think a young man had gotten shot or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I made a comment where the elders that we had when we were growing up that used to guide us and tell us, hey man, you know, don't do this and don't do that and stuff like that. And a person made a comment and say, oh man, these kids don't listen and all of that. So and last year I went there, my nephew died in a car accident. And one of the things I shared with, you know, the people around, I felt that we failed the young people because we made them think that, you know, social media and all these fancy things is what life is about. Instead of showing them what real life is, what real man, these young men, showing them real manhood is not about how much girlfriend you can get on. A real manhood is how responsible you are, stuff like that. So, you know, I think as a community, if we can, as men, we can, you know, help these young people, these young men understand what manhood really is. These young women understand what life is about and these things. I think that's my passion. That's my vision. I know we can better the community by just working in the community. That's the main thing. Working with the youths, teaching them, mentoring them, supporting them, because I think that's one of the biggest issues some of them are having. They don't have, even if they try to do something, the support is not there enough. So if we can do that, then we can better. That's my vision though. It's just to see the youths take charge and show the next generation how to do it.
Thank you. Well said. So I think the takeaway is youth empowerment and a community promoting self-sufficiency and independence.
Correct.
Very, 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 very powerful, you know, vision that you've rolled out there. If I may, do you have any political affiliation?
Oh no. You know, one of the things that kind of frustrates me a little bit is, regardless of which political party in there, Linden is always be like the forgotten stepchild. You know, when election time comes, yes, but when they go, whatever government, you know, when in their Linden is, I don't know, maybe be too far. I don't know what it is, but it's always, that's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying that's everybody in Linden community view. So don't hold Linden people like that to that. That's my personal opinion. I think that Linden people are very committed to, or used to be, I think, to political and stuff like that. But we don't get the same love, in my opinion. And I think we need to start focusing on our energy more in what we can do for ourselves. I don't affiliate with a political party. I don't know anybody in a political party. Like, I know them, but I don't know them to sit and talk with. I don't know no politician or anything of that. And they definitely don't know me. I know they don't know me. So, and I have no intention here. I really don't, because I just want it to be if you're for the people and you want to come in and you want to do for the people, you should know, you know what you need to do. The people voted for you or they supported you, and because you told them what you're going to do, so you can do that. But, you know, I don't think you need to come to me and ask what you can do. The people already said that to you. You can do that.
Okay, well said. no political aspiration, no political
No.
affiliation. I would say in my mind, you're a guy like me. You're a good guy, and I like that. I think we need more people like that, and together we can make a big difference
Yeah.
in the lives of many young people in the community of Linden. Um, if you don't mind me asking, what's your source of income then?
Uh, well, I think if I give you a background, I've always been about, my father was a staunch business person. He believed in business. He, growing up, he taught us about business. He had his own shop many times. Like I said, he had his own bus, and I've always been about business. So, for most of my life, I basically worked for myself. I drove someone big bus one time, but for most of the time, I work for myself. And once I migrated to the US, I went to school to do some mechanic because I used to do that a little bit, but that wasn't. I know I needed a business, and I know my passion was driving. So I started in the trucking industry and had a truck, and start with one and grow from there to we have a trucking company now. So my income is mostly based off of my business in the trucking industry. I empower the people that drives to me so the business grows, because it's not just about enriching myself. That's not my thing. I believe in, just as how I'm trying to empower the youths, I'm empowering people here to be businessmen and women, own their own truck, own their own business. And it's been a blessing. God has blessed me through that, from helping others, and he keeps showing me ways. So my source of income is my business, really. And that's what I use to help other people. I believe God has blessed me with that to help the people that I think needs the help. So that's where I never ask for any donations or none of that. I just believe, I don't know if that time will come. That's not my focus. I believe God has blessed me to where I can bless others.
Excellent. So we're looking mostly at self-funding,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. Going back to this whole concept of the $400,000 giveaway, um, as a Mackenzie High School show, I think it'll be fantastic if you can consider one of our students during your selection. I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm sure
Right.
we have a selection panel that will be making the decision. In terms of deadline, what are we looking at in terms of deadline for submissions of these applications?
Well, initially when I started, I didn't have a deadline, but now I put a deadline in place for October 15th, because I think I want to give more people a chance to submit their plan. We're getting a lot of plans, but I think September 15th I want to give some more people an opportunity. I don't want to shut it down, and I didn't give some people a chance that might have some great ideas. So I pushed it to October 15th, I'm sorry. That way they can get their business started in time for the Christmas. And yeah, October 15th is it. Hopefully I can go down there sometime soon and at least do some some things for them, and at least do a little rollout for them or something. But I'm looking at October 15th though.
Excellent. Recently, we partnered with a very fantastic organization, Sutton Cares Inc. It's an established charitable organization in the Texas, somewhere in Texas in the United States. Would you be willing to partnership with that organization to possibly do the rollout? I am aware that they do have their 501c3 status with the IRS in the United States government. Is that an area that you'll be looking to explore and possibly consider doing a working relationship if given the chance to do so?
Yeah, in the future, yeah, I don't mind. I would look into that in the future. Immediately, I like to process things and think things through. So,
Right.
in the future, if that's the way it can go, I don't mind, as long as and you know, you seem a man of your with character. So as long as it's people of character and people that, you know, really love the kids, the people of Linden, and love the youths in Linden, and that type of stuff, that have the same care that I think I have, I don't mind. I'll work. You know, I'll roll my sleeve up and let's work. I don't mind.
Very good. It's always nice when people can come together and pool their resources, it being their human resources, and whatever resources they have to do good. Earlier, you said something that kind of resonated with me,
Yeah.
that a message you sent out for the young boys in Linden, that life is not all about getting a lot of girlfriends. Why
Right.
did you say that?
Because that come from a family thing. I
Okay.
That's a family thing. I tell my uncles, my brothers, they're good now. My brother's been good. I tell my uncles, my cousins, and all the guys that I was a young as a young man. You couldn't tell me that. I could remember telling a guy one time, man, you can't tell me I must have one girlfriend. No, how am I supposed to survive on that? But and what it did for me, this is my opinion. What it did, it took me off of a lot of my dreams and goals and things that I should try, the thing that I should channel my energy towards. It took me. I think it took me off of a lot of those things. If I was disciplined enough
Right.
to focus on the things that are important, I would have excelled. I don't think I would have to wait. I would have waited till I get here, because you always have what you have. But if you don't channel, if you don't use your energy the right way, you can lose, you can miss a whole aspect of your life. So I like to tell them, listen, don't you girls, I know you. I tell that to my sons and all of them. Yes, you might want to have your girls, but understand one thing. A woman needs somebody to respect, and they can only respect you if you're about something.
Right.
If they come and you don't have nothing for them to help you with, they're not going to respect you. You have to be doing something so they can help you build what you're trying to build. So you have to focus on you know, trying to do something for yourself while you here. I like to tell them, you know, I ask God, why you bring me here? You know, you bring me on this earth. You need to let me know what is my purpose here, so I can get on it. You know,
Right.
it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You allow me to born, live, die, and I ain't do nothing. Tell me why you bring me on this earth so I can get it. And I know having 3, 4, 5, 6 girlfriend is not
So, so,
it.
so your estimation, multiple women can serve as a major distraction then.
Age of distraction. That brings a man down. That brings a man down quick.
Well,
That brings a man down quick.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to comment
You're not gonna comment, man. Come, you gotta back me up here, man. I thought you
on
was
that.
gonna say something.
No. I'll
You
reserve that for an off-camera discussion.
All right, I feel you.
Give us a fun memory growing up in Linden. I know from you said you used to play for the Cannonballs. I know Cannonballs was big in when I was a kid. So I knew the saxophonist in the Cannonballs band.
Yeah.
He used to blow, and I used to be impressed with him. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the Cannonballs band, and give us a fond memory of your time in Linden. It could be at a young age. You look like you used to be a sweet bun, so I hope.
Nah. Why is it important for young men to find themselves and know what you want to do, get on your path, get on your future? Why is it important? So my dad had a shop in the interior, a Rhymer, and then we used to go up there, you know, every weekend to do, you know, to sell in the shop and whatnot, just to get our little pocket piece. And I was in high school. I had my little girlfriend and stuff, and I came out each year. It was her birthday, and I was gonna, you know, take her on a date for birthday. Take her. That time there was Blair's ice cream. I was gonna take her there, you know, to get an ice cream. We was gonna, you know, get 2 cup cream and just go for a walk. Now I show up, and my date is with our friend, and her friend brought her boyfriend. Now all I have in my pocket is money for the boat and money for 2 cup cream. That's it. I don't have extra money for the friend and the friend boyfriend.
Right.
So I was in the housing scheme. So we walking going down to the boat landing to catch the boat to go over. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I have to have a out here because I don't have money to buy for all these people. And I can't take them to the ice cream place and call for two and just leave the two standing. I wasn't that type of man. So I think the best thing to do at the time, my plan was to, okay, I'll send them in the boat. Yeah, I'll go sit in the boat. I'm going to stand on the boat bow. And when the boat hit Mackenzie shore, I was going to jump off the boat and run in the crowd and just disappear until I find the next story the next day of, I was looking for you guys. I don't know where you disappeared. But I jumped off the boat and there was my dad standing. He was on his bike. He's like, hey, come here, where you going? I'm like, oh, man, you just threw me off. Yeah. And the young lady, she came out of the boat and reached me talking to my dad. And he said, what? You got girlfriend, you don't have a job, you don't have nothing, you have a girlfriend going on a date. And I'm looking at him, I wasn't saying anything. And I don't know if, you know, this is thing about fathers. He was like, you know what, my son don't have no money. So he went in his pocket. At the time, he gave me $200. Now, a cup cream was about $25 or something at the time. So, you know, we was buying cup cream and sugar cake and all types of stuff. So that night, I became I was rich for a little bit. So I bought for the girlfriend and everybody. So that was a lasting memory for me. And with Cannonball, it was a good experience. It's not music. I've started playing music in church, and I used to like the showbiz thing a little bit. But most of my friends would say, you know, when you're in the band, you don't. When you're not playing, you're a different person from when you're performing. I said, well, that's performance, but. It was a good experience for me. It helped me to I went to Canada, played for Caravana a few times. You know, I was exposed to a lot of stuff, which helped me grow me into the man I am today. You know, seeing people, you know, go through stuff, and sometimes we go as a group of 14 guys and sharing life experiences. I was a young man at the time, so was in the group with grown men, so they share a lot of their experience with me. So Cannonball was a major learning factor in my life to grow me as a man. I was in the group with some real good guys, Ronald Prophet, Czar, all those men. You know, share their successes and their failures. You know, and help me. My best friend, we used to call him Big Man. His name was Raul. He died now, but that was my best friend. You know, these guys helped me to know things I shouldn't do and things I should do. They were my community parents or fathers, I should say. And that's what I love. And that's what I'm trying to bring back. You know, we're men. We can be fathers to these young people in the community. It doesn't have to just be their fathers in the home. We can all be fathers. We can all be mothers. And help these young men, put our arms around them and let them know, look, man, you were born for a purpose. You came here for a purpose. Let's figure out what that purpose is, and let's do this.
Mr. Clarke, thank you for sharing with us. Just want to do a quick recap. We have $400,000 up for giveaway to 4 selected students from the community of Linden. Deadline for submission is October 15. You can send your applications to Mr. Idi Clarke. The information will be posted following the close of this podcast. Mr. Clarke, on behalf of the Mackenzie High School Alumni Association North American Chapter, the admin, and our Executive Vice President, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for taking some time out to share with us. Just before we close, can I put you in record as committing to ensuring that one Mackenzie High School student, at least one, is successful in the selection process?
Well, more than I think so.
Okay. Good answer. Mackenzie High School is at the heart of everything we do. It's I've been saying this and getting flack from it, but I think it's fair to say Mackenzie High School was and is and will forever remain being the top school in the community of Linden. So once again,
tell that I'm multi-student.
On behalf of all the admin over here at our Mackenzie High School Alumni Association, I want to thank you very much.
Yeah,
Stay safe. Keep on doing what you're doing. Together we can make a difference. Together we can build a community one block at a time. And I look forward to working with you in the future to do wonderful things for the community of Linden. Thank you very much. God bless you and stay safe.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Good night. Thanks.
All right.